Hey, welcome to your Aquarius horoscopes for the week ending August 5th. July is in the history books. We are already into August, which means we're getting pretty close to the end of summer already. It just kind of feels like it literally just started and it's almost over, which is kind of crazy. But then again, here in California, we had like this ridiculously crazy weather, and that I think has an impact on that. Not that I'm complaining, because the older I get, the less I can deal with heat, period. So yeah, bring on the fall. I'm all about the fall. So what do we got going on in Aquarius? Well, Pluto is still on the cusp. It has moved at 28 degrees instead of 29 degrees into Capricorn, but it is still on the cusp of Aquarius. And we're bringing that focus on the home into this here. And specifically, Pluto is bringing that focus on the home into things very strongly. And in retrograde, kind of feels like we can't make changes to the home, which is very frustrating. And this can play out in terms of not having the money to make repairs on the home. This can play out in not being able to move when you would like to move, or the home is not available that you want. It can play out in a lot of different ways. And we're kicking off the week with an opposition, Pluto's opposition to the sun, which is focused on career. Now, there's a couple of ways that I can interpret this. One, you're so busy focused on work that you don't have time to deal with what needs to be taken care of at home. And then that creates the problem of having way too much to deal with when you finally have the time to be able to focus on that. The other way that this plays out is that this the very typical example that I always give, where you're at work, can't focus on work because there's problems at home. You're at home, can't focus on it because you're worried about what's going on at work. It's a vicious cycle. We all do it from time to time. So I feel like what's really important for you guys this week is that you make a plan. Okay. I know, Aquarius and all. I was never a big planner. I was a hippie, fly by the seat of my pants. Let me see where life is going to take me kind of Aquarius my entire life. Well, it didn't take me where I wanted to go. Okay. I'm just going to put it out there because there was no structure, because I was constantly getting distracted over here and distracted over there. And all those distractions, nothing is ever getting done. So I had to start making a plan. I had to start utilizing a schedule. I had to start forcing myself out of this hippie la la land that I was in and into something that was a little bit more structured, which is so anti-Aquarius, I know, which is why my whole entire existence is not scheduled like that. The time that I need to deal with things that need to be dealt with is structured. Outside of that, I can be my normal fly by the seat of my pants kind of a person. I feel that a lot of issues that we human beings have with coming up with a schedule and sticking to a schedule or making changes, period, in our lives, is that we feel like we have to make drastic changes. Like it's all or nothing all the time, one extreme to another. It just doesn't work. Why deny yourself who you are and try and transform yourself into somebody that you're not? No one is ever successful doing that. So this way, I spend half of my life structured and getting things done, and the other half of my life bebopping around, seeing where the world takes me. And it's an absolutely amazing life. Okay, let me tell you, because I can get stuff done, but I can also just be my little airheaded self every now and then, just kind of sort of doing my thing and enjoying all the experiences that just sort of pop up, because I like living off a schedule, but I need the schedule in order to get things done. Pluto also continues his grand sextile with Neptune as well as Uranus, our ruling planet, which I think is going retrograde towards the end of the month. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. Uranus is focused on money, and its main focus is looking outside the box to make money, to run your money, to have your money work for you. We're not looking at the traditional ways that things have always been done. We're looking at some ways that maybe haven't been done, or some ways that have worked for some people, but they're not well known to everybody else. In many cases, a lot of people feel, like say a Capricorn, for example. Not that I'm talking bad about Capricorns, but Capricorns would not want to do that. There's too much risk involved. You don't put those risks on your money like that. An Aquarius, on the other hand, likes to dabble with a little bit of risk. The problem is when we lose. Okay? So you want to obviously take risks, but do so in as organized a fashion as you can as an Aquarius. We'll put it that way. Neptune's focus is very much right on the cusp of your day-to-day schedule, that schedule that I was talking about, as well as those you love. So again, Aquarians are very much like Capricorns in the fact that we can do everything ourselves. We don't really need help, or we go the opposite and we can't do anything by ourselves. We need help for everything, but I know only a few of those and more productive ones. The point is that sometimes this adventure is just more fun with other people. Invite some people to come in and help you out. Invite some people to help you stay structured, to help you celebrate your triumphs. That's a really big deal, right? I think we Aquarians are really good at that. As long as we put a cap on the celebration, we tend to want to celebrate a little bit too long, and it's hard to get back into the focus on what you're doing. You're basically managing your own personality by letting yourself be who you are and structure it at the same time. It is not easy. I didn't say it was easy. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. But in my experience, looking back, I'm really glad I made these choices, because trust me, I was not getting anywhere by just living this sort of hippie, bounce around kind of existence. It really is very unproductive. And I wish you guys a lot of productive energy this week, because we Aquarians, we're the ones that change the world, really. But we got to get structured in order to do that. So that's what I have for you guys this week. I know you're going to basically do a fantastic job with that, and work with your personality, not against it. Don't try and change who you are. Incorporate who you are into that structure, because that's what makes it unique and you and powerful and awesome. If you guys love your horoscopes, do click the link below and send me a copy. I appreciate all the support always. And that's what I have for you guys this week. You guys make it a great week, and I will see you next week.